This is Texas Danny on January the 16th, 2021, early Saturday morning here in Texas. This is just a quick companion piece, and this is just an analysis of the quantum Earth movements, the quantum effect, the Mandela effect movements that are happening to Earth right now, which are happening remarkably fast. Now, the situation is very delicate. There are personal issues involved, professional issues, and the circumstances that our Earth is facing right now, as at least potentials are happening. Again, residents from this reality, this is their time, their place, their space, are going to be experiencing life in a Newtonian daily fashion. They are not able to comprehend or to see these effects or changes. These are those of us who have the altered effect of time differentials and different realities, and where we can see that the changes have taken place. And I'm just going to demonstrate these real quick. Our issues that are going on right now, of course, involve the entire United States of America. I'm not going to go all over the place on this. I'm just going to go over some brief details with you. For example, from Montana all the way down to Arizona, the western United States, we have those concerns, which of course involve the Yellowstone supercaldera, which is moving out and has gone past Buffalo, and involve the Thunder Basin, which is in far eastern Wyoming and far western South Dakota. We have changes to the Badlands in South Dakota, changes to Montana, the waters in Montana, the state sizes, from the Dakotas on down, all the way down to Texas. We have quantum changes taking place in Texas now, coming into the center part of the state, the far southwestern part of the state, of course, happening up in everywhere, specifically with the Four Corners area, now in a unique situation. The Four Corners area now in a unique situation, far southern central Utah in a base wedge, going up into Yellowstone, the largest kind of bulk track I've seen yet, now starting to show up. So basically, as what you're seeing right here, if this would be a square, you have the declination in Nevada. Now, it's hard to tell or show anybody, but the Nevada I knew was very much a kind of up and down, kind of a squiggly thing. And you can see the declination rotation contours here and how the Grand Canyon areas are opening up, and the Gulf of California, the southeastern part of the state of California, southwestern Arizona, are going to be affected. We have the affected areas from Las Vegas, the potentials that are taking place there into the gray areas in California, and the alignments that are going to be coming up with these areas due to the time and space closures as things change. We have California in the San Francisco Valley is the San Francisco Bay is closing in as the continent is moving, right? Because all these situations are taking place with Earth constantly fluctuating and constantly closing and constantly getting smaller and smaller. The adaptations and the sophistication of the arrangements, right, of the mechanizations are very, very complex and very, very sophisticated. I'm going to give you an example of the changes that I'm seeing visually with my eyes. For example, prior in time, Minnesota and Wisconsin were very, very green, right, indicating their elevations and so forth like that. And they changed quite a bit, with almost both these states going to a kind of an amber yellow. Then we've had the center base lower part of Wisconsin start to come back up again and turn green as well. Our Great Lakes areas have kind of compacted and condensed. Our changes are really visible in the Finger Lakes area in New York State, and the Adirondack mountain areas up in there, and what's happening out past Watertown. These are affecting a lot of things. Pennsylvania, Washington, D.C. is in quantum effect changes. Very interesting things with Washington, D.C. as she's changing. All the way down into Illinois, again, going into the Gulf, we have changes in Florida. Your changes right now are fantastic, and they're sophisticated, and they're complex. They're just amazing what's happening right now, everybody. Again, not everyone can see these. If you do see these, it would be extremely perplexing, or even the oddity of utter indifference is also something that happens, where there's just no registration or recognition of transitions. It's either a kind of a program that has no recognition pattern, or kind of a refusal to be able to see it, or an inability probably to see it. But our biggest concern, of course, is what I'm seeing is from far southern Utah, of course, involving the Grand Canyon areas. We have Arizona in great changes. Northern Sonora is in changes, and because all these areas are active and they're dynamic and they're moving, okay? They're in action and they're going on right now. So this is Texas Danny out for a real quick one. Thank you very much and have a good night.